Hello and welcome to CloudFolks HUB. My name is Bhavesh Atara. In the previous video, we had discussion about monolithic architecture. In this video, we are going to talk about microservices-based architecture. Before you are going to start this particular video, I would like to request you that please watch previous video of monolithic architecture first, because in this video, I am going to use some references of this previous video. So, if you haven't watched this video, it would be difficult for you to understand, right? So, please take care of this. Now, let's start and understand microservices-based architecture. Here, I am going to start with introduction. Microservices architectures is a modern way of designing applications where the system is broken down into small, independent services, each responsible for one specific function. You know, we are using applications like Zomato or Swiggy, Amazon, Ola, Uber. For us, it is just a single application, but it is not. All these modern applications are based on microservices-based architecture. Actually, there are so many sub-applications working together and providing us seamless experience. Instead of one big, tightly coupled application, monolithic microservices follows the loosely coupled and independent design. Microservices architecture breaks application into small, independent services that can be developed, deployed, and scale separately. So yes, there are so many applications working together. Now, I'm giving you simple example of Amazon, which will provide you better understanding, because we all are using Amazon.com to buy some products. So we have experience of this. So I'm using same example. Here, how Amazon works in microservices style. Instead of one big application, for us, it is a one big application for sure. We are using Amazon.com, but Amazon has been divided these applications into the multiple sub-applications. How? Let's understand this. Amazon would have separate service for user login. If you want to buy anything from Amazon, you have to create user account. So there is a separate user service application which is managing login, sign up, profile and all this. Then we have product page. Again, it is a separate microservice over there which is going to manage product catalog. Then we are adding items into the cart. So they have separate cart service which is used for add remove items. Then we have checkout process which is handling checkout flow. Then we are making payment which is managing transactions. Then order service, create and track order. Then delivery service, notification service. Each service has its own logic. Amazon actually built them separately, so they have their own logic. May have its own database. Each service having their own database to store data. Can be written into the different language as well. We don't know in which language they develop this, but they may have different language for cart service, different language for checkout, and can be deployed and scaled independently. Even they are installing them separately. Okay, it is automatically scaled based on the specific service as well. So here we have so many microservices working together in a single application called Amazon.com. Now, question is, what are the benefits? Why I am going to manage separate applications for each and every task that I am performing? So here I am going to give you explanation. First of all, the biggest advantage is independent scaling. You know, Amazon.com, Swiggy.com, they have massive user base, and scaling is the most important part. Now, here you have microservices. You install them separately. So you can scale each and every microservice separately, which is one of the biggest advantage. faster deployment. You can easily install microservice. You don't have one big application. You have simple small code base, so you can easily deploy them. Team can work independently. There is a separate team who is actually managing specific microservice. If you have any friend or relative into the Amazon, you can ask them, okay, you are working with Amazon, do you know about everything? They will say, no, I am just managing cart service or I am just managing product service. So the entire team is working on specific microservice. Small focus code base, easier to manage. Small focus code base is easier to manage and it is also easier to troubleshoot as well. Technology flexibility, for some of your microservice you can use Java, for other you can use Python. So you have flexibility that you can use any technology. Now, here I am giving you example of scaling. I use same example for monolithic as well. So that's why I said you please watch previous video first, because in this particular use case of scaling in a monolithic application, we understood that okay, we have to scale entire application for 100,000 users. Here we can scale them separately. So in microservice architecture, we scale only required service. For example, I have my product page and let's say that Amazon having product page. So 100,000 users are actually going to visit product page, but it is not compulsory that everyone is going to buy product, right? So out of 100,000, only 10,000 people are actually adding a product into the cart. After adding cart, only 4,000 customers are going to click on checkout process. And then finally, 2,000 customers are making payment. In the monolithic, you have to scale product to payment all for 100,000 users. Here you can scale independently. You can scale your product service for 100,000 and payment service for only 2,000. So this is one of the biggest advantage. Product service auto scale aggressively. Payment service does not need 100,000 requests of capacity. Checkout isn't overloaded because it scales independently. Cost and performance are optimized. It is going to save money and user performance, like user experience, would be great as well. So this is the biggest advantage of microservices based architecture, and that's why 99% modern applications are developed using microservices based architecture. But you may have this question like, okay, we understood this microservices, but our topic is application integration. Why you are talking about microservices based architecture and all this over here? So now we are moving to our main topic, transition to the application integration.
Sorry to interrupt you. I know you guys are enjoying our video a lot, because our final ultimate goal is Solution Architect Certification exam. To reach the destination, we required full videos. Path number 1, our 6-in-1 program. Our 6-in-1 program include all prerequisite skills which is needed as a cloud engineer. It include 24/7 support, lifetime update, section-wise practice test, full course practice test with tips and tricks by Bhavesh Atara, how to do exam preparation course, weekly lifetime live session with Bhavesh Atara, and 6 AWS project with documents. Path number 2, you can enroll by paying 499 and get Hindi and English, both the languages, videos of AWS. The choice is yours how to create your success story by choosing best one. Best of luck. Thank you.